Good morning, good morning, good morning. This is Latanya, Miss Coach Deloach, and it's Sunday morning, but I've already received two text messages this morning from people stating or telling me that they have received their Credit Secrets book. Oftentimes I call it the Larry King Credit Secrets book because Mr. Larry King is the first person or the only person that I know that's endorsing it. You can see the commercials on television oftentimes and on the YouTube channel. So the very first steps, because people are utilizing this book based off of my recommendations, so I feel obligated to assist them in having success and enhancing their credit, right, and building their credit. So the very first thing that, let me make sure my volume is up because okay, I don't think it was. Okay, so I hope you all can hear me. The very first thing that I suggest when you receive your Credit Secrets book is to first look on pages, it's Jumpstart Your Success or Getting Started. You also need to read that if you don't know about how your credit score is calculated, how you come about. You need to educate yourself with those components of it. But the very first steps that I recommend starts on page 33, begins on page 33 and ends on page actually 35. Now some people ask me how to use the automator. I'm not familiar with the automator. I do everything myself by mail. So I can't be a testimony if it works or if it's a great tool if you're very busy. However, that's not discouraging you from using those services in the book. But the first thing you want to do is getting started on I can tell you most success stories come from people who contact the credit bureaus from certified mail. Now, I may have people that tell me or comment on my video that they cannot see the pages because it's a mirror reflection. I'm not really trying to allow you to see the pages. In order to get the letters and information, you need to purchase the book. But I will give you a snapshot or a screenshot, so you can know that it is in the book. So once you download your latest 3 credit report scores, notice I said latest 3. You need to download all 3. Credit Karma, these free services, it has its place. But you need to know what your credit report looks like from all 3 bureaus. If you do not know how to acquire that, you can get 1 free credit report yearly at annualfreecreditreport.com, right? And it will not have your scores, but it will have your credit report. However, I do recommend that you get your scores. So if you would like to order all 3 of your scores for a one-time small fee for like $8, you can message me or comment, and I'll give you a link to do that as well. So that's the first thing you need to do. So get it back to the book. Page 34 is Jumpstart Your Success. The very first thing you need to do is to update your personal information on your credit report. Now, this is before you send any letter, you do any disputing, because a lot of the addresses of the things that you want to dispute that may be negative or reporting wrong on your credit report is linked and connected with the addresses, your name, and your current phone number, or in some cases, social security number. So this is a simple trick that will improve the odds of your letter working for the better. And that's what I tell people. Do not start by just submitting letters to the credit bureaus, your 609 letters or whatever you're trying to submit. Because once you pull your credit report, you will see that it has information called the address identification number. So that's removing old addresses and incorrect personal information such as variations your name is the very first step you need to take. And the Instructions on how to do that is on page 34 and 35. Like my name, Latanya, for example, it's a common name. It's spelled different ways. My name is spelled with all A's, Latanya. Someone else might spell it with an O, Latonya. And so if I have different variations on my credit report, sometimes some will have your middle initial, sometimes it will have your full middle name, sometimes your middle name might be misspelled, some might have your maiden name, some might not have your updated marriage name. So these are things that you need to start first, because remember, when you start the disputing and challenging process, everything is computerized and there's no human eyes on these letters. And so the best way to get the algorithms off track is to get one variation of your name, one address reporting, and that will highly increase your chances of removing old addresses. So that's found on page 34, 35 of the Credit Secrets book. Now, the second thing I recommend people to do is we're jumping over to page 82, the security freeze trick. This is page 82 of the Credit Secrets book, right? The security freeze trick. Now, there are, again, everything's computerized by eOscar verification of things you're disputing on your credit report. So you need to place a freeze on your report that stop third-party companies from verifying information to the credit bureaus once you start the disputing process. So once you do this, these companies are LexisNexis, all right? And LexisNexis also helps when you have bankruptcy, freezing out of that, reporting to your report, because believe it or not, people, the public courts do not report these things on your credit report. Oftentimes it's companies such as LexisNexis, and the book also have what to do. It has the link. If you want to place that freeze online from LexisNexis, you'll have to include a copy of your driver's license, maybe a recent utility bill, cable bill, something of that nature, some type of ID, a social security card, or in a letter, or you can do it directly on their website. So all of that information is reported. So then you have Innovis Consumer Assistance Services. Also, you need to freeze out of Innovis and SageStream. SageStream is extremely important, and then they also have companies such as ARS. But SageStream, especially when you're trying to get those inquiries removed out of your credit report, and also not to be off topic but on topic, when you're getting inquiries removed from your credit report, make sure they are non-bearing, non-holding accounts, right? So in other words, I'm not trying to get my Capital One inquiry removed off my credit report when I have a Capital One card, right? You only want to get, it's much easier to dispute, and then that's also a form of fraud, because if you did not give them permission to pull your credit report, then how do you have an account with that company? You know, if you did not give Ford Motor Companies permission to pull your credit report, how did you get a vehicle through Ford Motor Companies and this, that, and the other? So you need to opt out of these third party disputing. And then again, LexisNexis. And you can also obtain your LexisNexis report so you can see what things are being reported by LexisNexis on your credit report, right? Before you even send any letter, right? Before you do anything, these are your first two steps. SageStream, LexisNexis, and what else? They also have Core Credit Co. You need to, and Innovis. Innovis is the one that I'm looking for. So these are the first two steps. And like I said, just like a credit report from Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion, Credit Code can contain errors as well. So we don't know about these smaller other companies that's also reporting invalid information to the credit reporting or the big three bureaus. That's the secret of getting your credit score boosted even higher. So I won't go into any more details of the book. It's the very first things you need to do. I've given you the page number. Again, if you're trying to fix your credit, some things you need to do before you hire anyone or any company. You need to learn how to do these things yourself because it makes the disputing process much easier. Go to www.mycreditispower.com and also subscribe to my YouTube channel. I have a lot of videos there. And also, if you're watching me, follow me on Facebook. And happy Sunday to you. Have a happy weekend. I hope this helped you.